It is Friday morning, about 6:45. Been on trail about 10 minutes here and heading towards Sassafras. This is our final day. We got about an hour and a half till we hit the top of Sassafras, maybe 2 hours. We got 3 miles from where we camped to the top of Sassafras. And then we're gonna chill out there for a little bit, enjoy the views, and try to get down to Table Rock. It's like 3,500 feet of descent. It's gonna kill the knees, that I guarantee. But feeling good this morning. Got a good night's rest. Got my climbing legs on. I'll swap those out later for my descending legs. And we'll get this done today. Right now we're at 64 miles completed, which leaves 13. Actually, we're probably about 65 completed now, which leaves what, 12.7, 12.8. So it's happening. It's done today. Here, let me show you what we're dealing with. Oh, here we go. And here's my climb. Going up. Was a section back there a little bit. Lots of roots. Got a little slow going there as you're trying to find your foothold within the roots. So, but I'm gonna work. I got a little log to kind of do an obstacle thing with right up here. So I'm gonna deal with that. Okay, here. So pulls over, foot in. There we go. Already through. This hike has been an absolute challenge, to be honest with you. My longest hike prior to this was about 50 miles, and that was on Isle Royal in Michigan. Way out in Lake Superior. How it doesn't belong to Canada or Wisconsin, I don't know, but Michigan has it, and I'll take it. It's not nearly this kind of terrain. Yeah, there's one ridge that runs the center of the island from east to west. So let's go from southwest to northeast. And I think at most it's 700, 800 feet above sea level. I'm sorry, not sea level, but the lake level, Lake Superior. It's not this. Today's climb is 1,100 feet up to Sassafras. We did about 400 feet off the road coming up to the campsite last night. So you're looking, what, about 1,500 feet climbing this way? And like I said, 3,500 feet going down on the backside of it. No, it's been a good trip. Challenging. I've kind of impressed myself a little bit. I didn't know if I'd have this in me. So, it was about 2 years ago I saw my first Foothills Trail video on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, I have to do that. And I've been throwing it around in my mind and throwing it around in my mind. And seriously questioning, I don't even know if I could do that. So I spent the last little bit, probably about the last half year, really trying to up my game on hiking, getting a little more miles in, trying to condition myself a little bit. I don't know that I was perfectly conditioned coming into this, but I had enough conditioning that I'm going to finish this. And really that's kind of where it's at. Each day is its own day. You start in the morning. Legs feel great in the morning. I'm usually pretty good till, about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon of hiking. And then my feet are starting to talk to me. I know Shannon's been it's been a little rougher on her. Right about noon, she starts the old hobble. But she's good in the morning again. And I got to give her all the props in the world because she's putting up with a lot. I know she's in pain. But she's making it through this and she's determined to finish it just this last day. So Anyways, I'm gonna stop blabbering, stop talking, and continue hiking along this trail. We'll talk to you later. I see light. I see no trees. This can only mean one thing, and that we are almost to the top of Sassafras. There's the observation tower. Here we go. And I'm going to go to the summit first, I think, which I believe is right here. This is the summit? I don't know, maybe not. I don't see a marker or anything. Probably not. Or is that the summit? That's where it just came from, I think. I don't know. Okay. I don't think that's the summit, but holy crap.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, I gotta get up to the observation tower.
That's your rewarding view.
That is a rewarding view. All right, onto the observation tower. I think we might have cell phone signal up here.
I think you might be right. I mean, I would have no idea how.
I don't think that tower has anything to do with it.
You don't think so?
No, not at all.
You sure about that?
Sarcasm, girl.
I know. I'm fairly certain that tower is the reason why I had signal in the valley.
I can't even tell you how far we're seeing right now. I gotta bet it's some of the ranges you're seeing out there are probably 50 miles away. And there we go. And if I do this, I've got 1 foot in each of the states. South Carolina and North Carolina. We done did it. Shannon's doing the same thing. And the compass. So
There
we go.
states.
Both states. Woo! Look at this view. I'm gonna do a 360 here and just give you the mountain ranges. Let's zoom in a little bit on them. There we go. This is absolutely incredible. Now, if I would have put that mountain app on my phone, I probably could have told you what mountains are which.
Oh, well, this does.
And yeah, there is that. Look how flat it gets back there. Everything just goes straight to the plains. It's not necessarily a plain, but all the mountains stop right here. That's why it's called the foothills. This is so insane. This is so what I came down here for, though. All right, I'm gonna stop recording for just a moment here. Talk to you soon. Turkey buzzard. Just flying on the thermals coming through here. Wow, what a view. So this is the very last climb of the Foothills Trail. We're climbing up towards Bald Knob. There's a little bald right here too. But I think Bald Knob's just on the other side of the climb of this climb. Last one. From here, it's all downhill soon. And I think we're just outside of the park boundary here for Table Rock State Park. So, really, we're getting back into Table Rock State Park. We'll do our descent, and that'll be the end. We got about 4 miles to go, 4.5 miles to go. My watch seems to be a little bit off on the tracking, but that's probably because it's the mountains here. So, I tell you what, it's been a good trip. I'm excited to see it end, but at the same time, kind of sad. I've really enjoyed this trail. So that right there is Table Rock. And we are currently, or I am currently on Bald Knob. Look at this freaking view. This is incredible. All right. I gotta finish the hike. There we go. Guys, I'll tell you what, one thing that has not been lacking on this trip is waterfalls. Holy moly, here's another one. Just gorgeous. Alright, so I find this really humorous. I am about 1 3/4 miles from finishing the trail here, and I just had my first fall. Apparently I hit a rock and one foot slid out and right down on my butt. No injuries, just pride. But that's the first fall I've had this entire trip. So I guess everyone's got to have their one fall during a trip, and mine just happened to happen a little bit later in the trip. So yeah, I'm just about done here. Shannon's still up the hill a ways. We decided to break a little bit and allow each other to finish the trail at their own pace, kind of being with themselves, which is, I think, good. Nothing against Shannon at all. Love the girl. She's a great person. It's just finishing the trail. It's pretty significant. I think I mentioned earlier, I didn't know if I'd be able to finish this. And honestly, I'm very impressed with myself. Not an ego trip. It's nothing like that. I trained and did the things I needed to do to be able to finish this trip. But I'm proud of myself. It takes a certain perseverance and a determination not to end it. And there were plenty of times it was rough. Plenty of times it was ugly. But at the same time, that's what makes you stronger. When you can push through those moments and have a sense of accomplishment, that's what strengthens you. So, almost fell again. Twisted a little ankle that time. So, all right. Well, I'm going to stop talking to the camera then. And, hey, get back. Thank you. This camera has a mind of its own sometimes. Maybe I was getting too close to it. I'm going to stop talking to the camera, focus on the trail, and try to get off this thing without injuring myself. So, talk to you later. 1 mile to go. That's it. 1 mile. So, I don't know the actual length. I know the length of record is 77.8. If I'm not mistaken. I think far out shows a little less than that. Regardless, 1 last mile to go. Unless something interesting pops up that I want to stop at. Take me 20, 25 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer. It's Friday. Oh, what time is it? It is 2:05. We left camp at 6:23 this morning. Whew. What a hike. All right, back at it.